Hi everybody, Dacob here. Welcome back to Essentially Dacob. Today we're going to talk perfumes from a slightly different angle than we usually do. We're not going to do a top 5 list for the month of any month, or we're not going to review a specific perfume, but we're going to talk about how much do you think are we still really influenced by, let's say, magazines when they try to sell us a trend on perfumes. You know, back in the 80s, you would read, or 70s or 60s even, you would read a magazine, you would read Cosmopolitan, you would read Vogue, and they would say, for this season, the trend is this color, this shape, this fabric, this length of skirt. These are the creams that are in. Collagen is in, oil is out. You know, there would be all of these kind of lists and trends in magazines. Do we still read those for perfumes today or for fashion in general? But I want to stick to perfumes in this video because I have come across an article in Teen Vogue. Is Teen Vogue even still a thing? That's my first question. But then, do teenagers grab, do you kind of go for Teen Vogue to hear what perfumes are in this season or this year? Well, Teen Vogue has delivered a list. We're going to go through the list together, and I want to know with you guys if this even makes any sense anymore. Now, ever since content creators and influencers started creating content, I think a lot of consumers have shifted their eyes and views towards kind of content creators and influencers rather than buying magazines to read about lists of perfumes, you know, or there are also like blogs and online vlogs, and people would write articles online about their experiences wearing this perfume, that perfume. Self-proclaimed journalists, reviewers of fragrances, all sorts of things happen. And then, you know, with the advent of YouTube and also TikTok, people are reviewing and talking fragrances there as well. I'm talking perfumes here on YouTube. And so I know that I have shifted my eye more towards, oh, let me see, oh, there's a perfume I'm interested in and I don't have it yet. The first thing I do is I go to YouTube and I YouTube search the name of the perfume and I type name of the perfume plus review, and I see a couple of perfumers or perfume reviewers pop up, and I click on the ones I think are the most sympathetic to me or trustworthy, and I listen to their reviews. I don't really go for magazines. And then with time, as this whole influencer business became more of a business and brands would pay influencers to say all good things about products that, even in some cases, products that are not really that good quality, I, with time, slowly but surely, stopped trusting many content creators and many influencers when they would try to sell me and push on to me the latest perfume and everything is amazing. And I especially have particular mistrust when somebody only talks positive about every product that they are endorsed by, whose or what's brand they're endorsed by, right? I'm very suspicious of those people. So as time passed by, I watched less and less of those content creators because I had the feeling, okay, they're just paid to say all the nice stuff about these perfumes. And then add to that the fact that I am really trying to consume perfumes more sensibly, like buy less, choose well, make it last, as Vivienne Westwood used to say. You know, really enjoy what you have because there's new perfumes coming out every day. Okay, so if you were to go crazy about all of this, you would be buying, and you would never have the time to actually spend the time using the perfume that you just purchased, discovering the perfume that you purchased, spending time with the perfume that you just purchased. You know what I mean? And I want that time. Time is the biggest luxury we got, in my humble opinion. And I want to take that time to live with a new fragrance that I purchased, you know, to enjoy it. I mean, look, and I enjoy it. Look, I have the example here. Just last year, 12 months ago, I bought Commit, the full bottle from Chanel, 200 ml, completely empty, okay? I used this baby up in less than a year. It's been empty for a while. I started a new bottle. I'm wearing it today, by the way. So, like, what I want to say is, you know, some people that, like, buy a gazillion perfumes every year, they're not going to use up one bottle in a year. They're going to have a little dent in the bottle because they're going to have 50, 60, 100 new bottles. Now, I want to live with it. I want the perfume to tell me all the stories it has to say. And I want to experience life while I wear the perfume, because perfumes are like my best friends, you know? Love it to be. And Comet has been such a revelation to me. I have reviewed it. I have twice, first impressions and main review, and there's a third review coming up. By the time you watch this video, maybe my third special review of Comet is out as well, because I re-reviewed it after a year. Like, you know, I don't need to review a new perfume every day. No, I'm going to talk about stuff that really I feel worthy. So let's dive into Teen Vogue and see what they have to say. So they say there are several categories, and they call it the nine categories, 9 best perfume trends of summer 2025 and spring, I guess, according to experts. Now, who these experts are, we don't know. So they say it's usually, so for the most part, they're saying at the top of this list, we're going to find milk, musk, matcha, and more. So we begin with the first, musk base perfumes. Well, I guess Comet is good because it has musks in the base. Musk, I mean, almost every perfume nowadays has musk. So what's new? You know, I'm like Miranda and The Devil Wears Prada. Oh, musk in a perfume base. Groundbreaking. You know what I'm saying? It's a little bit like, okay. But okay, so Teen Vogue is telling us musks. And of course, they also propose certain perfumes with musk, with links to said perfumes, and they are probably affiliate links as well. Of course, everything I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything's alleged and just my opinion. So don't come for me, Team Vogue. But it seems like these are affiliate links. So if you go on Teen Vogue, you click on that perfume that they recommend to you. If you purchase it, they're going to get probably links. So they're talking about Maison Louis Marie on Amazon. Antidris Cassis roll-on perfume oil for $17. And Our Side Dusk Eau de Parfum, also musk base. And then they're like telling you, buy these two. I'm like, yeah, I mean, almost every perfume nowadays has a synthetic musk in it. So, okay, girl, it's not a trend. It's literally like every perfume has it. Now, the second one is a trend because it's not something typical that we smell in perfumes in general, and that would be pistachio accords in fragrances. So they're telling us that pistachio is a trend in perfumery for spring summer 2025, and they're actually, interestingly enough, saying this because I'm also noticing a pistachio trend color-wise in fashion this summer. There's a lot of pistachio, whether it be in leather, small leather goods, or clothing. So, go figure. Now they have pistachio in perfumes as well. And they list Yum Pistachio. By the way, I haven't smelled any of these, so I'm not going to be reviewing these fragrances in this video, but I'm just telling you what they're listing. They're listing Kayali, Yum Pistachio Gelato 33, Eau de Parfum Intense. And then we have Rosie and Ernest, Pistachio Delight, Eau de Parfum. And they do talk about the Dubai chocolate trend that has been going on like crazy in 2024 and into 2025, pistachio being one of the ingredients of said chocolate. Now it's kind of seeping into perfumery as well. Very fascinating. Not gonna lie, I would really like to smell a pistachio perfume because I don't think I ever have. So this is something that I am curious about. Teen Vogue, you have perked my curiosity on this one. Number 3, I would have never thought that trend number 3 would be for teenagers because it's a little bit deeper. But then again, when I was a teenager a gazillion years ago, I was very dark and deep. So I think this would have spoken to me as a teenager. Well, anyway, their third accord trending for summer, plum. Yeah, plum is quite dark, and my favorite plum perfume, if you know me, you know my favorite plum perfume is Poison by Christian Dior. Now, Christian Dior's Poison is a dark tuberose plum from the 80s. So if you tell me plum is a trend this season, this summer, I think, ooh, I love wearing hardcore heavy Christian Dior Poison in the middle of summer. Everybody's going to suffocate around you. I'm living for it. So if we're talking that plum, I'm all for it. But they talk about lighter plums. They're talking about Noise by Unmute Eau de Parfum, also never heard of it, and then Glossier Au Rêve Eau de Parfum. These are both plum based, both under $80 each. We'll go. And then the fourth trend, and this is, to be fair, I think this is a trend every summer. I don't even call this a trend. I think this is classic for summer, and that would be fig. Fig-based fragrances. My favorite, well, there's a few figs that I like, but one of my favorite figs is Dior's Collection Privee uh, Ballade Sauvage, which is not Sauvage, the regular perfume. It's Ballade Sauvage, which is a fig-based fragrance. I wonder if it's still in production, because it was created by François Demachy, and he's gone now from Dior, so I don't know if they're still making it. But I also love Womanity by Mugler, mostly discontinued, I fear, in most countries. Now, Womanity has 3 facets of fig in it. It is very fig heavy, plus has a smidge of salty caviar accord, very Womanity, IYKYK. So it has the accord of fig leaf, the fig fruit, and the fig tree bark. So it is all 3 facets of fig in one fragrance, plus that salty caviar accord. What a masterpiece of a perfume. Such a shame that it's been discontinued in many places. Very fishy. Fishy fig, yeah. But Teen Vogue is telling us, oh, this one I also like. I agree with Teen Vogue on this one. Philosikos by Diptyque. I do love Philosikos, and it's a fig-based fragrance. They have it in both eau de toilette as well as eau de parfum concentrations. So Diptyque's Philosikos, that's a really good one. Father Figure, that's the name of a perfume, by Fleur. Fleur, Father Figure Eau de Parfum. You see the word game. Fig, father, fig, figure, father figure. Now it sounds creepy. I don't want to wear a perfume called Father Figure. It's a little bit giving me call me by your name type of vibes. No. So, no, I don't. I mean, I see what they did there with the word game, but I think it's creepy AF. So that one I would not personally want to wear. The next one is, I mean, such a cliche. The fifth one, no, Brown Bunny, not spelled that way. Figure. All right. Woodsy Rose Perfumes. Classic. Rose, come on. Rose is just also a staple of perfumery, just like musks and jasmine. Like woodsy rose accords, Damascus rose, Chanel Paris Paris is a great example of a woodsy rose with patchouli as well, beautiful for summer. So Paris Paris by Chanel from the Les Eaux collection would be my recommendation for a woodsy rose. But they recommend Vanilla Woods from the 7 Virtues and Maison d'Eau Carrot EG. Never heard of either one of the two. Carrot EG is $18, so that's affordable. I might check that one out. And then number 6, now this is a not very classic, typical accord, would be the Matcha Accord. Now, my favorite matcha perfume thus far, unfortunately discontinued, and the only one I really loved from the Louis Vuitton fragrance selection was Cactus Garden. It was a matcha-based fragrance. Really, really loved that one. But it was a kind of a one-season thing a couple of years ago, and they did not continue making it. They discontinued it. So, but I do love to drink matcha tea or drinks with matcha leaves. Love them. And in perfume form, also interesting, they do recommend from Teen Vogue Thé Matcha 26 by Le Labo or Le Labo. Thé Matcha 26 Eau de Parfum and Le Monde Gourmand, the Gourmand World. Thé Matcha Fresh Body Mist. The Thé Matcha Fresh body mist is $15 listed here. Interesting. If I do find a shopping link to any of these, I will post it down below. Also as affiliate links. We'll go. If Vogue can do it, so can I. Number 7, rhubarb perfumes. Now that's also kind of not your typical smell every season. So Teen Vogue is telling us rhubarb fragrances. Why not? What are they recommending? Prada, infusion or infusion de rhubarbe, the rhubarb infusion, eau de parfum. And they're recommending Floral Street, electric rhubarb, eau de parfum. I think the last rhubarb perfume I smelled was the Hermès Eau de Cologne rhubarb in the red bottle. Didn't end up buying it. It's an interesting one, but I tested it out and I didn't feel the urge to own a full bottle, so I ended up not buying it. But rhubarb soda, yeah, Brown Bunny, rhubarb soda in Europe is so good. Yeah, rhubarb soda and also matcha is also very big in Europe as well. We'll go. Oh, yes, Mahora. Aura. Aura has rhubarb. Oh, yes, good point. And apple. Apple rhubarb. Yes, of course. Thierry Mugler Aura. That is a rhubarb perfume that I own. That is the only rhubarb perfume I own. Check out my review of Thierry Mugler's Aura. I think they've discontinued it in many countries. So sad what they're doing to Mugler perfumes. Man, L'Oreal, what are you doing to Mugler? Anyway. And then we have 8th trend they're listing, Teen Vogue is listing, milky perfumes. Now, the only hardcore milk fragrance that I have is Cacharel's, the lipstick one. What's it called? It's such a stupid name. It's called like, Yes, I Am. I think it's called something like Yes, I Do. No, Yes, I Am. Yeah, Yes, I Am has a caramel milk accord. That's kind of the only perfume that I know from my collection that is like, has like milk in the main, as a main accord of the fragrance. But, so the milky perfumes that Teen Vogue lists are Ellis Brooklyn Vanilla Milk Eau de Parfum and Dead Cool Milk Eau de Parfum. Haven't tried either one of the two. They're around about the $100 mark, so they're not like affordable cheapies. They're already in that category, around about $100 a bottle. And then we have very, very teeny, like teenager vibes. Their 9th trend is the most maybe extravagant for teenagers, but also the most cliche in a way, in a sweet, innocent type of way. Marshmallow. They're talking about marshmallow perfumes. They're saying this is the sweetest version of all the trends that they're listing this year. And they said that consumers seem to gravitate towards marshmallows or other toasted characteristics like buttery and nutty notes. A joke comes to mind. The stuff I was thinking about when I was a teenager. So I'm just going to leave it at that. Anyway, so they say that Rihanna put marshmallow fragrances on the map a while back, but they seem to continue to grow in popularity, and brands are taking note. Marshmallow is a huge trend at the moment. For example, Kayali's Yum Bougie Marshmallow, the new Black Opium Glitter. I didn't know that the new Black Opium Glitter is marshmallow. Oh my God, L'Oreal is destroying the opium legacy. For me, I mean, come on, please, L'Oreal, don't do this. Have some respect of the 1970s masterpiece that is opium. Like, we have went from the 1970s masterpiece opium to an opium flanker with marshmallow and glitter. Like, please, come on, it's a lot. Anyway, so then we have in the new Ellis Brooklyn Marshmallow Body Mist, so they are offering us Kilian Parfums Love Don't Be Shy Eau de Parfum with vanilla and marshmallow for $300 at Sephora. I'm like, thank you, Kilian, but no thank you. It's very expensive. And then they're offering us Kayali, yum, bougie marshmallow. So, I'm reading this Teen Vogue article and I'm thinking to myself, okay, the conceptuality of what they're offering us for summer, it does tell a sort of a story somehow, but does it make me want to try these perfumes? Like reading, oh, well, Rihanna had a marshmallow perfume a year or two back, so do I want one too? No, just because Rihanna had it doesn't make me want. I've never been the type to be like, oh, well, if a star, an actress, an actor, a musician is wearing a perfume, well, then I wanted to. Usually it kind of creates the opposite effect on me because I think, oh, no, 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 I don't want to smell, like that person. I don't know. It's not me, but I know some people really get very influenced by their icons and who they love. So, but anyway, what do you guys think? Would you say that lists like these from magazines for perfumes are still a thing? Do we care? I don't know. Do we get inspired by this or we don't care anymore? We're just moving on. There's so many perfumes being released every year. You guys, thousands upon thousands of new releases every year. You cannot smell them all. So what sort of direction do we look for? How do we know where to go? Well, I would recommend starting from the beginning. I have one video entitled, Perfumes for Beginners. And then I also have created a series of videos on perfumes where I kind of walk you through, and it's a series of, it's an ongoing series. I think we're up to 6 or 7 videos now about how to purchase perfumes, how to focus on how to select your perfume, how to make the right choices without overspending money, how to focus on prioritizing certain smells and directions that you like so that you don't end up buying 10 or 15 bottles until you find the one that you really like. So check out that series as well on my channel and let me know your thoughts down below. Subscribe, thumb up the video, and never give up on love. Bye.